I joined the program from Kansas City in the central United States.
Oh, I'm from Maryland in the United States.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
I am in Moncton, Maryland.
It is hard to pick one thing. I really enjoyed all of the practices that were offered and available to us to really get an extensive amount of experience with receiving guidance for Yoga Nidra. That was, I think, transformative and just so supportive to me to have all of that as built in as a thing I had to do. So I did it.
Ooh, that's hard. Probably it would be listening to the live yoga nidras with the different students. Everyone is just so unique in their approaches, and I really enjoyed that.
Coordinating and bringing together a community to nurture us and continue to evolve us as sharers of this beautiful practice. It was, with you folks, it was way more than I expected. The few classes I've taken is more like they feed the information, you take it and you do whatever. You have really provided a community, Allie and Kristyn and Tina, because truly you're going above and beyond.
My favorite, there's so many, but to pinpoint one, it was the practicing a yoga nidra with the mentors, the peers, and then learning how to create my own script and produce it myself, and then practice my own script. I mean, the whole transition of going through and listening. I love Yoga Nidra and I do it on a daily basis. And you get stuck sometimes listening to the same ones, and then to experience a different person and how they want to present this experience and guide you on this journey. It is truly a unique experience each and every time. And it really touches your heart, opens your mind, and you feel the transformation that takes place within.
Oh, I would 100% recommend it to anyone who's considering it. I think even if you don't have any intention of guiding, I think you learn so much in the training that is just useful for life. I think you develop skills, like there's a deep dive into developing an inner resource or a imagery in a place you can go to when you're stressed or overwhelmed or feeling whatever challenges come up in life. And I think there was a lot of work around that and developing a robust version of that I found myself in life all the time. I can pull up some of that imagery. And I don't think I would have done that if I had just been doing, Yoga Nidra recordings and not a structured course. So that was incredibly supportive to me. And then the blend of the science, the Western science pieces and the sort of yogic philosophy was wonderful. I loved that so much. And you're really very well prepared to guide if you want to do that at the end. I mean, who knows, you may not think you want to do it, and then you get to the end and you're like, oh, I can do this. So I would recommend it to anyone. I thought it was fabulous.
Yes, I would recommend it. And I think it's comprehensive, but also very thorough. And I like the different, so it's self-paced, which I think helps, but there's lots of structure to it as well. Like there's looseness, but there's structure, there's flexibility, and you can, go at your own pace. You have the option to jump on, both calls during that week if you want to. And the knowledge, I think, of the three of you combined versus just having one presenter, but everything always captured my attention. I never felt like, oh, this is boring, or oh, I have to sit down and do this. It was like, oh, I get to do this today. So I have a training I took it like a year and a half ago. I think I'm still belong to the group. So they made it like really mystical, like Yoga Nidra. And I'm not one, like I'm very, like science based. And that's the other thing I really liked, if you're still recording, is that's very science based, versus like this. And then like the trainers would sometimes use like different voices. We didn't develop our own scripts. That was the other thing that I really liked about yours. They had like 5 scripts and we had to use those. And then they were really complex and mystical. They had us interject words like dead corpse and things that I just, as a psychologist, I'm like, I just don't think that because, you know, whatever they were teaching from, that's okay, like to do. So it was very inflexible.
Absolutely. It is something that even if it's just for your own practice, to evolve your practice to see what you're actually going through. Because when I initially was taught this in yoga teacher training, it was just kind of follow the book and then, you know, but this one is just so involved. I just can't praise you enough, Allie. Because I know you're the mastermind of this all. and it's a beautiful course. It's just really beautiful.
Absolutely. I would definitely recommend your course. In fact, I've actually mentioned it to several people already. So you may have a little influx from this area, tri-state area. The reason I would recommend your course is because you do a fabulous job, along with Tina and Kristyn, of creating a good foundation, of understanding what Yoga Nidra is and how to create the journey and the experience for others so you're able to share it with them. And it truly is a wonderful way of explaining it. It's not an easy process. It's very complex, but done the right way can be a profound experience for others.